and welcome. Today I'm going to do an unsponsored review and comparison of two different conditioners. The generic Value Products Conditioning Balm from Sally's and the Matrix Biolage Hydrasource Conditioner. The conditioning balm from GVP has water, propylene glycol, and myristyl alcohol as the top three ingredients. And the Hydrasource has water, propylene glycol, and myristyl alcohol as the top three ingredients. Next, GVP has cetrimonium chloride, cetearyl alcohol, and decyl oleate. And Matrix Biolage Hydrasource has cetearyl alcohol, cetrimonium chloride, and decyl oleate. So they're almost the same. A couple of ingredients have just switched places. These are all very hydrating ingredients. Other ingredients, the GVP conditioner has a few natural ingredients. It has rosemary leaf extract, golden seal extract, and bladderwick extract. Apparently Matrix Biolage used to have these ingredients. It's got a little comparison on the back, but it's from 2010. Matrix Biolage Hydrasource in 2020 has instead aloe leaf juice and Passiflora edulis fruit juice, which is passion fruit juice. So two very similar conditioners with very similar ingredients and slightly different natural plant extracts added. So this one does contain aloe. My hair is actually sensitive to aloe in styling products. It gets dried out and the aloe kind of weighs it down if I use aloe in my gel, but it hasn't really bothered me in this conditioner. Neither of these conditioners contain protein for the protein sensitive, and neither of the conditioners contain polyquats or silicone. They both contain parabens. I want to talk just a little bit about parabens. Parabens are preservatives. They keep bacteria and mold from growing in your products. They are also incidentally found in some natural foods, such as strawberries. Parabens became controversial in the early 2000s when a study came out that found parabens in tissue of breast tumors. And parabens had been shown to bind to estrogen receptors, although very weakly. There have been no studies actually linking parabens to causing cancer. Anything that binds to estrogen receptors could potentially increase the risk of breast cancer. However, it has been shown that the concentration of parabens in the breast tissue is infinitesimally small compared to the concentration of estrogen. And estrogens bind to the estrogen receptor on the order of millions of times more efficiently than parabens do. Ultimately, you have to make your own decision about parabens, and if you are at high risk for breast cancer, that might be something to talk to your doctor about. For myself, I don't believe parabens pose any more risk than anything else I'm exposed to in my daily life, so I'm happy to use products with parabens in them. Alright, so these two conditioners are almost the same thing. They smell a little bit different. They both smell kind of flowery. This one is a little bit stronger. This one is a little bit lighter. So these conditioners are pretty heavy. They are very hydrating, and with my hair is kind of fine. And unless it's very dry, my hair cannot tolerate such heavy conditioners on the regular, but I do use them as deep conditioners, and I use them when my hair has been dried out. They were especially good for me when I first started the Curly Girl method to get my hair back to healthy, but then I quickly got over moisturized and have had to switch to using these conditioners for deep conditioning. I will give a quick demo of how I use these conditioners. I use them a couple of different ways, as I mentioned, and I use them interchangeably. So if I'm using one conditioner in the demo, just assume that I can use the other conditioner in the same way. The first thing that I'm going to show is preconditioning, or conditioning before shampooing with Matrix Biolage Hydrasource Conditioner. I'll do this kind of in place of deep conditioning if my hair is really dry, or I'll do it sometimes before a clarifying shampoo that I know is going to dry out my hair. To rate this with my scoring system for ease of use, I like to talk about slip. It's fairly easy for me to detangle with this conditioner, but others might not have it as easy. My hair is easy to detangle. I give it a 2 out of 3. You can either make 2-strand twists or finger coils, or just put it up in a loose bun before putting it in a shower cap for 10 to 20 minutes. For smell, the smell is pretty noticeable at first, but it fades over time. I give it a 2 out of 3. And for dry time, it doesn't seem to prolong the dry time. Yeah, I give it a 2 out of 3. This gives a total experience score of 6 out of 9 for the Matrix Biolage Hydrasource conditioner. Next, I'm going to show deep conditioning after shampoo with the GVP conditioning balm. For the experience score, the smell of this one is a little stronger and it lingers after a few days, so I'm going to give it a 1 out of 3. For ease of use, consistency, and slip, it's thick. The slip is okay. I'm able to detangle pretty well with my wet hair. But again, my hair is fairly easy to detangle. I give it a 2 out of 3. And for dry time, I don't find that it prolongs dry time overly much. It gets a 2 out of 3. So I'm just going to finger coil my curls and then put on a shower cap and let it sit for about 20 minutes. A total experience score for this is 5 out of a possible 9. And here I'm just showing the rest of my styling routine here. I've added just a pea-sized amount of a leave-in conditioner and rinsed part of it out with cold water. And then I'm adding a little bit of homemade flaxseed gel. And then over top of that, I'm going to add some of the BioSilk Rock Hard Jelly, just a little bit. I add a lot of water to this gel so that it is emulsified and can smooth on better. And while I wait for this to dry, we'll talk about the results score for both of these conditioners. These are pictures from day 1 and day 2 after using each of these conditioners. The Matrix Biolage gives good curl clumps. If I have good technique, it gets a 3 out of 3. If my hair is balanced, it doesn't weigh my hair down, but it is very easy to over moisturize my hair with this conditioner. These pictures show my hair a little over moisturized and weighed down. Because I have to be so careful with this one, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 3 for weight. It leaves my hair soft. It gets a 3 out of 3 for softness. There's not too much frizz. It gets a 3 out of 3 for frizz. And for longevity, it provides enough moisture to last several days. It gets a 3 out of 3. The total results score then is 13 out of 15, and the total combined score for this conditioner is 19 out of 24. The GVP conditioner gets a 3 out of 3 for curl clumps, and a 3 out of 3 for softness, a 3 out of 3 for frizz, and a 3 out of 3 for longevity. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 3 for weight. I don't feel like I have to be as careful about this one over moisturizing my hair. It can happen, as shown in this picture, and I think on day 2 and 3 in this series I fixed it with some dry shampoo. This makes the total results score a 14 out of 15, and the total combined score a 19 out of a possible 24. And here are the results for the conditioning and washing sequence I showed you in this video. I was pretty happy with it. My hair really needed some extra conditioning because it was starting to get cold and dry outside. So that is my review of the Generic Value Products Conditioning Balm and Matrix Biolage Hydrasource Conditioning Balm. They are almost the same product. I use them interchangeably. The price is significantly different between the two, and considering that they're basically the same product, you can make your own choice. And as always, my hair is my hair, your hair is your hair. It might behave differently with these products than mine. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay curly.